guys, welcome to Pokemon Go Ahead. It's your boy Cheekley. Today we're talking about the Wild Area Global Review. And we're going to go through everything and then give you some tips and advice on how to maximize your experience during this global ticketed event. Now obviously this weekend there is the in-person version in Fukuoka, Japan. Unfortunately, I cannot attend that event, but regardless, we're going to go through everything for the Wild Area event. This event is happening on November 23rd through the 24th, both days at 10 a.m. through 6:15 p.m. local time. And if you decide to play for free, you're still going to have some fun excitement. And if you decide to buy a ticket for $12, you're going to have some additional features and bonuses, including an increased rate of catching shiny Pokemon. There is a ton of stuff to go over for this event, so subscribe and hit the bell and let us know your thoughts in the comments below about the Wild Area event. Are you excited? Now, of course, we gotta talk about some huge highlights that are happening during the Global Wild Area event. Primal Kyogre and Primal Groudon will be appearing during the Wild Area event. They're only gonna be appearing in Primal rates during the Global and not in Japan. During the Global Wild Area event, all trainers will have a chance to catch Pokemon with a special background after winning max battles against Toxtricity or winning 4-star, 5-star, and Primal rates. These commemorative backgrounds will appear on Pokemon summary pages. Also, will you choose the electric or the poison path? We'll go through details later. Debuting globally during this event, Go Safari Balls are highly effective Pokeballs that make catching Pokemon much easier. Try using one when encountering a mighty Pokemon. Gigantamax Toxtricity will be making its Pokemon Go debut in max battles during the Pokemon Go Wild Area. Also, for the first time in 2021, the stylish Pikachu will be appearing globally in Pokemon Go. Trainers may even encounter shiny Pikachu Popstar and shiny Pikachu Rockstar if they're lucky. Also, Snorlax wearing a studded jacket will debut globally during the Go Wild Area. Trainers may even encounter a shiny one if they're lucky. We also have Toxtricity in Dynamax battles, so if you want to battle these, go ahead and get with 3 other trainers to take it down, and if you're lucky, you may get a shiny Loki or shiny Ant form Dynamax Toxtricity. And Tox will be hatching from 10-kilometer eggs during this event. Trainers may even hatch shiny Toxel if they're lucky. Also, trainers may also find themselves in encounters with unusual powerful opponents known as Mighty Pokemon. Mighty Pokemon are going to have higher IVs, they'll have a higher chance of being XL and XXL, and they're also going to be very difficult to catch, which is why you're going to need Go Safari Balls, because they are going to be a little bit easier to use. We'll talk about how you get them in just a second. Also, ticket holders that buy a ticket will have a high shiny rate of catching shiny Pokemon. Also, Origin Form Dialga and Origin Form Palkia will be appearing in raids during the event, and all trainers will have a chance to encounter these Pokemon. On top of that, they'll learn their exclusive Adventure Effect moves, Roar of Time and Spatial Rend, which are completely broken in Pokemon Go. So raiding these Pokemon are going to be the #1 reason that you're going to want to get your raid passes, because that is when you're going to need the candy. You might want to need a shiny. Maybe you don't have one with Roar of Time or Spatial Rend, and you need to get a boss with those moves. This is a great chance to get your remote raids and your raid passes stacked. So now that we kind of went through some general highlights, let's talk about the event fully. Let's talk about the Go Safari Ball, because that's what you're going to mainly focus on. Plus, you're only going to have these for a limited time. Trainers will be receiving time research tasks during the event that rewards a small number of Go Safari Balls when completed. Additionally, you'll have a chance to acquire Go Safari Balls when spinning photo disc at Pokestops during the event, if you're lucky. Global ticket holders will receive 1 time research task each hour during the event that rewards additional Go Safari Balls. So if you buy a $12 ticket, you're going to get more time researches hourly, so then you can get more Go Safari Balls throughout the event. However, these tasks will expire 1 hour after they are issued, so all rewards must be claimed before then. And finally, all unused Go Safari Balls will expire and disappear from your item bag after 6 p.m. local time each day of the event. So make sure that if you have a good amount of Safari Balls, use them ASAP, because if you still have a couple left over, they're gone. That's it. During the event, there are going to be 2 different types of hours that are going back and forth throughout the weekend event. You have the Electric Hour and the Poison Hour. So spawns that are going to be appearing in the wild during the Electric Hour include Alolan Geodude, Magnemite, Voltorb, Hisuian Voltorb, Electabuzz, Electrike, Shinx, Blitzel, Joltik, Tynamo, Stunfisk, and Helioptile. And then during the Poison Hour, you're going to be encountering the following wild Pokemon: Bulbasaur, Bellsprout, Tentacool, Spinarak, Paldean Wooper, Quillfish, Hisuian Quillfish, Skorupi, Krogan, Venipede, Skrelp, and Moraine. All 24 Pokemon that we just listed can be shiny, but they're not the main Pokemon to focus on. Mighty Pokemon. Now we talked a little bit about what a Mighty Pokemon is. It's pretty much a difficult encounter and high IVs and all that. But which ones will you go after? Well, on Saturday, during every single hour, you will be able to go after Pidgeot, Golem, Gyarados, Luxray, Scolipede, Galvantula, Tyrantrum, and Toxapex. And the best part about Mighty Pokemon, they can be shiny, which is a huge deal. And then on Sunday, you'll be encountering Venusaur, Poliwrath, Dragonite, Feraligatr, Electivire, Mamoswine, Electros, and Dragalge. And again, they can be shiny. Next up, we have raid bosses. In 3-star raids, you're going to encounter Snorlax wearing a studded jacket, Luxray, and Scolipede, and they all can be shiny. And on Sunday, you're going to encounter Venusaur, Snorlax wearing a studded jacket, and Electivire, and they all can be shiny. 4-star raids are going to include the low-key and amped form of Toxtricity, and of course, if you're lucky, they can be shiny. Now, I want to talk about 4-star raids real quick. There's no confirmation whether they can be remoted or if they're in-person only, kind of like with the post-Community Day 4-star raids. So if there's any clarity, can you guys let me know in the comments below? I'm assuming they're in-person, but if they are not and you can remote raid them, that would be fantastic. Then we know that 5-star raids are the Origin Dialga and Origin Palkia, and again, they're going to have the Aurora Time and Spatial Rend exclusive moves, which are adventure effects that are going to be very beneficial in your game. So get as much candy as possible and get a good shiny Origin form with the moves. Then we have Primal raids after that, which is insane. They'll feature Primal Groudon and Primal Kyogre. So yes, that weekend event is going to be jammed packed with raids. But it's also going to be jam-packed with max battles, because not only you're going to see Dynamax Toxtricity, you're also going to see Dynamax Drillbur and Dynamax Excadrill. It is so crucially important to go after Dynamax Drillbur before the Wild Area event and during, because you're going to need a Dynamax Excadrill to evolve. Also, if you have like 3 other players with you, make sure you have good encounters to take down Dynamax Excadrill so you can use that to take out Dynamax or Gigantamax Toxtricity. And if you're lucky, you can get Shiny Drillbur or Shiny Excadrill, which is so cool. Then we also have Gigantamax Toxtricity. It's kind of the same thing, but you're gonna need a ton of players. So my recommendation is to get a group together, at least 10 to 20 trainers, or should I say 15 to 20, because it's still difficult to take down. And you're gonna want to take down Gigantamax Toxtricity using Ground-type Pokemon, and if you're lucky, you can encounter a Shiny Gigantamax Toxtricity. What is it? Amped form or low-key form? I have no idea. Now this is for everybody, whether you're playing for free or if you bought a ticket. The bonuses will include a no remote raid limit from November 22nd through the 24th. So you guys can go crazy and go after those raid bosses. Now again, you cannot use remote raid passes for max battles because max battles are technically not raids and they're not remotable. And also 4-star raids, kind of cloudy, not quite sure if you can remote rate those, but if you can, that would be awesome to get early access to Shiny Toxtricity. So again, if you guys are for sure knowing that like it is like possible to remote, let me know in the comments below. Daily limit for collecting max particles increased to 1,600 instead of 1,000. Lure modules activated will last for 2 hours. You get a chance to catch Pokemon with a special background after winning max battles against Toxtricity, or winning a 4, 5, and Primal raids. Field research themes around different Pokemon habitats, so pretty much electric and poison habitat hours. And then of course you get 1 Go Snapshot surprise event encounter per day. I don't know if that'll feature the Pikachu costume. It could be a spawn in the wild. It could be Toxtricity. We don't know what it is quite yet. Also, if you catch or evolve a certain Pokemon during the event, they'll learn exclusive moves, such as Venusaur getting Frenzy Plant, Pidgeot with Gust, Poliwrath with Counter, Gyarados with Aqua Tail, Feraligatr with Hydro Cannon, and Luxray with Psychic Fangs. A little bit more about the electric or poison path, whichever you choose. You'll be getting the following things. If you go with the electric path, you'll get an encounter with Pikachu Popstar, and if you're lucky, you can get a shiny. You also get an encounter with a Dynamax Toxtricity amped form, so if you're very lucky, you can get a shiny for that. And then an electric expert medal upon special research completion. So there's some research tasks you can do if you get the electric path. But for the poison path, you will get an encounter with a Pikachu Rockstar, and you also get an encounter with Dynamax Toxtricity's low-key form, as well as a Poison Pro medal upon special research completion. So it kind of really depends on which form you like the best, and depending on other factors of these special research. Also, some additional things for those who have completed the task: you will be getting some certain rewards from Monday, November 25th through Friday, November 29th. Time research granted each day focusing on electric or poison type Pokemon. Rewards include a lucky egg, Stardust, and rare candy. Also 2 times damage for electric and poison type attacks in raids, gym battles, and max battles. And finally, Team Go rocket balloons will appear more often. And then of course there's some other descriptions about the global wild area in terms of those electric path stuff. Now these are exclusive bonuses and features if you did buy a ticket like I did. You get a Go Wild pose from a special research, which I don't see that big of a deal. You get one-time research task each hour rewards for Go Safari Balls. You get an increased max particles from power spots and exploration. We don't know exactly how much. It could be doubled. And instead of 1,600, we get to carry a max of 3,200 max particles, which is fantastic. You also get an increased chance to gain a shiny Pokemon. You also can encounter Pikachu Popstar and Pikachu Rockstar by completing theme collection challenges. 2 times catch candy, 2 times hatch Stardust, 2 times hatch candy, 2 times hatch XP. You get 1 half hatch distance for incubating eggs. You get up to 5 raid passes per day by spinning photo disc at gyms. You also get 5,000 additional XP from completing raids. You also get 1 additional Candy XL from Pokemon in 4 raids or higher. And also, it doesn't mention max battles, but definitely 4-star raids or higher. You get up to 6 special trades that can be made each day. You also get the reduced Stardust cost from trades, and 3 Go Snapshot surprise event encounters per day instead of 1 per day. That is awesome. Now here are some general things to focus on during the Wild Area event. Number 1, make sure you complete every single field research task and everything as much as possible. And remember to claim everything before 6:15 p.m. local time. Because then you're going to get the exclusive items, you're going to get the bonuses, and you're going to get certain encounters. Number 2, do not play this event by yourself, considering the fact that there are max battles, party play features, and also Gigantamax Toxtricity, because that's going to require a village to take down a Gigantamax Pokemon. Number 3, focus on spinning Pokestops, so you're going to have to find an area like a park or a public area with a ton of Pokestops, and you're going to have to spin a ton to get some items like Pokeballs and Ultra Balls, and especially Go Safari Balls. That is a Pokeball we need to primarily focus on because you get this Pokeball for a limited time in your item bag. And what it seems like, this Pokeball is going to be crucially important to use when you're trying to catch a Pokemon such as a mighty Pokemon. Or you could just use it to catch a shiny Pokemon in the wild, like shiny Bellsprout or whatever. But definitely save those for mighty Pokemon because those are going to be the hardest ones to catch throughout the event. I would definitely stack up on your lucky eggs and your star pieces because it seems like you're going to be stacked up on XP and Stardust for doing raids and max battles. So make sure you maximize your bonuses by using those items. I would also recommend clearing out your eggs because you are gonna go through those Toxel 10-kilometer eggs like crazy, and then get some incubators to pop and ready because with the half hatch bonus, those of you guys that bought a ticket, that is gonna make it a lot easier to hatch Toxel, and if you're lucky, shiny Toxel. And keep in mind, Toxel is not going to be the only 10-kilometer Pokemon in there, because there's also some seasonal Pokemon in 10-kilometer eggs. So don't expect every hatch to be a Toxel. But if you're lucky to get a shiny Toxel, that would be awesome. So overall, make sure you guys clear out your storage and make sure you have Pokeballs and berries in hand. Make sure you have enough lucky eggs, making sure you have star pieces. And also, if you guys want to get some max particles, make sure you collect some every single day, or at least get to at least 1,000. If you manage to get some max particle packs, which contain 100 max particles, that is also something good to have at hand, because when the event happens, you're going to get to 1,600 or 3,200, depending if you're a free-to-play or ticket holder, because you're going to use all those max particles to take down some max bosses and G-max bosses. And also make sure to leave some extra room in your storage so you can be able to collect these Safari Balls that you get for a limited time. Because if your bag is full, you're not going to get safari balls. And they're not going to be useful because you don't have them. Those are pretty much my tips. Also, it's going to be very cold outside. So when it comes to deciding where you play or how to be prepared, it's going to be cold in the majority of the world. So I recommend dressing up warmly. Get a hooded jacket, wear some layers. Make sure you guys get some gloves, hand warmers, boots, hats, beanies, scarves, whatever you need to stay warm. Then obviously pack some snacks and get hydrated, and make sure you charge up your devices, whether it's a Go++ or your phone or your battery packs, because you're gonna need full power when this event starts. And ladies and gentlemen, that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Let us know in the comments below if there are other tips and advice you have for the Wild Area event, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace out.